Matt, I agree with you that The Brutalist is slow and way too long. However, each Lord of the Rings movie is 3.5 hours long or longer, and that's more than justified. But I'll concede that no other movie has any right to be that long.
A lot of comments about this too, saying, I said no movie should be 3.5 hours long, like The Brutalist, that awful movie was, and a few attempts to come up with exceptions to the rule, and Lord of the Rings was mentioned by several people. Sorry, not only is Lord of the Rings not an exception, but it's actually a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
And you know what this dwarf says to that?
Okay, so let's just take Return of the King, which I think was the longest one of all three movies. And I like those movies, by the way. But the theatrical release of Return of the King was about 3.5 hours. It was about what The Brutalist is. And then there are all these extended cuts that are 4.5 hours long, which is just obscene. That's offensive. I'm offended. If I pick up the Blu-ray, not that I watch Blu-ray anymore, and it says 4.5 hours long, I'm offended by that. That's so insanely long. That you would dare even sell that you would put that on the shelf for anyone to watch. 4.5 hours? So, but no, let's just take 3.5 hours. That was way too long. Okay? That, you could have cut, Return of the King, you could have cut at least 45 minutes out of that movie. At least 45 minutes, and it would have been a better movie. And if you cut 45 minutes, it's still a movie that's 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It's still a long movie. Can you just cut it down from epic marathon length to very long? Can we just make that? It would be a better movie.
I hate you. Where would you be without me?
Quite infamously, the movie has 3 endings. Let's start with that. Okay, pick one ending. I mean, the movie really ends with Frodo and Sam. They're stranded on the rock, and the lava's all around, and then the bird comes and picks them up. And so many people, of course, have pointed out, and it is true, it's a major plot hole that, well, why didn't they just ride the bird to Mordor?
I get this same question, why didn't they just fly the eagles to Mordor? Shut up.
It could have been 30 minutes total if they had just hopped on the bird, go drop the ring off in the volcano or whatever, and they'd be fine. But fine. So the bird picks them up, and they're flying away on the bird into the sunset. Last shot, you've got they're flying away from, you get the lava and everything, and Mordor is collapsing. But then you see them on the bird, and they're going off into the distance, and you see it's green and green pastures ahead, and it's a great closing shot, and it tells you everything you need to know. We don't need to then see, oh, now he's laying in bed, and he's and he sees his friends again, and he's happy, and he's jumping on the bed and hugging them.
God dies.
We get like 5 scenes after the end of people congratulating Frodo, which again, we get it. And it's even more grating because Frodo didn't even do a good job in the first place. He whined like a baby the entire time, and then he tried to turn back at the last moment and not even do the job. And it only happened because Gollum tackled him. So it's by accident, he actually completed the journey. And then we got to go through 45 minutes of just watching people kiss this guy's ass. It's a little much. It's a little much. Being a husband, father, and host of my own show means life never slows down. Imagine trying to eat 31 different fruits and vegetables every day. Sounds pretty miserable and also time-consuming. And sometimes I just want to hit the drive-thru and order something with questionable nutritional value, but I don't need to do that with Balance of Nature, because Balance of Nature fruits and veggies, there's never been a more convenient dietary supplement to ensure you get a wide variety of fruits and vegetables every day with 31 different whole fruits and vegetable ingredients. Balance of Nature takes fruits and vegetables, they freeze-dry them, turn them into a powder, and then put them in a capsule. You take a fruit and veggie capsule every day, and then your body knows what to do with them. Pretty simple. Go to balanceofnature.com, use promo code Walsh for 35% off your first order as a preferred customer. Plus, get a free bottle of fiber and spice. That's balanceofnature.com, promo code Walsh. And you could have cut the whole subplot of the ghost soldiers, or whatever it was, where Aragorn goes and recruits these ghost soldiers, right, to go and fight the big battle at the end. And you could have cut the whole thing with the ghost soldiers, and that would have saved you 40 minutes or so, probably. And then you lose this massive plot hole, which is that the ghost soldiers show up halfway through the battle. I don't know why they're late. And then they just go, it's pretty lame. We get this great battle scene, and then the ghost soldiers show up, and they just go through, they're like swarming army ants. and they easily kill everybody. They kill all the bad guys and the battle's over. And they're able to easily kill everyone because they're already dead. They're invincible, right? They're these corporeal creatures that can't be harmed, can't be killed. There's no stakes for them in the battle. They got literally nothing to lose. They're already dead. So why didn't you just get the ghost soldiers from the beginning?
Release us. Bad idea. Very handy in a tight spot, these lads. Despite the fact they're dead.
You could have had the ghost soldiers fight every battle through all 3 movies. They would have easily won. Again, the movie's over in an hour. And then at the end of that, Aragorn is like, oh, you've proven yourself in battle, ghost soldiers. Be free now. How do they prove themselves? It required no courage for them to fight that battle. They were already dead, and they're hanging out in a cave somewhere for eternity. So you did them a favor. I mean, they're bored to death, literally, hanging out in a cave underground. You let them come up to the surface and fight a battle where they can't lose, and somehow they've proven their mettle, they've proven their courage, and now they get the curse lifted. And now the curse is lifted, they just disappear into nothingness. They become dust. So anyway, now I have complained about Lord of the Rings, and it has taken as long for me to complain about it as the movie is also. So this has just been a total waste of time. But let's get to the daily cancellation.
I'm a huge uber Lord of the Rings fan. I watched all the extras on the extended version, but which is the best film franchise of these 3? I'll say this one. So, there you have it.